Today we're going for a veggie burger using sweet potato. Will be the star of the show today. Okay, so what we want to do is peel the sweet potato and then we're going to grate it. Grate that up. Okay, we have our sweet potato all peeled. Now we can go ahead and get it grated. Okay, so I have my grater. If you have what is the 4-side grater, probably be better, but this is what I have. So I'm just going to start by grating this sweet potato. So we just going to grate it on up. Okay, so I'm going to work my way through that. And 4 hours later, this is what we have. Just kidding. It took about 10 minutes. About 10 minutes. My biceps and triceps are good to go now. So we have some green onion. We'll be cutting up. And you can use parsley or cilantro. I have a little bit of both, parsley and cilantro. And we're just going to get those veggies diced up finely. That's what we're going for here. I'm going to cut these ends off. Save that for your veggie scraps. do the same for our cilantro and parsley. You see my parsley? It needs some attention. So we're gonna get that all diced up. Very fine. And we want the stems and all for this. I'll be doing the same for the cilantro. So I'm going to go ahead and get that diced up. All right, we have our cilantro. This looks like it's going to be a very vibrant patty. I'm excited. Normally cook a bean veggie burger, but sweet potato has to be good. Has to be. All right, so let me get this out of the way. Alright, so the recipe also calls for 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. And you know how I do. I got my good old minced garlic. And that should be about a tablespoon of minced garlic. And you know what? I'm going to put this in a dish because on the video or the recipe that I'm following, she actually like mashed up the ginger and garlic. Okay, so I put my garlic in the dish, and I do not have any fresh ginger, so I'm going with ginger powder. And it calls for a 1/2 inch of ginger, of fresh ginger. So Alexa helped me out with this, and she said that's about a 1/2 teaspoon of powder. So I'll be using ginger powder. And then she had one of those little stone little dishes where you smash that stuff all up. So we're gonna try to go for that by doing this. Smashed up the garlic and the ginger in the little stone smasher mortar thingy. You gotta be able to improvise. You gotta be able to improvise. That's all. That's all I'm saying. So this is what we do to get our garlic and ginger mash or smash. Blend them flavors together, and then we're gonna throw it in that bowl, just like she did. Just like she did. So this is what we looking like. I don't think it's too bad. We're gonna make it do. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. So, gonna add that to the bowl. Our ginger and our garlic. Now we can get our spices. Alright, we can go ahead and add our spices. We're going to do some salt to taste. I'm just going to do a pinch of pink Himalayan salt. And then we're adding 1 teaspoon of cumin powder and a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And the cayenne pepper is optional, so that's up to you. And of course, I'm going with the cayenne. So 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, half teaspoon of cayenne pepper. All right. And we'll be adding 1 cup and 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. You can use whatever flour you have, the flour of your choice. The recipe I'm following, she actually used chickpea flour. I don't have that, so this is what I got, and this is what I'll be using. Also, we want to add 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. All right. And then we're going to mix this all together. So like this is gonna make a lot. I usually freeze my veggie burgers when I'm doing the bean burgers, but this particular recipe we're actually going to cook once we get this all mixed up. A little different. Okay, so we get it mixed up. We're actually gonna need this. You gotta use your hands. Get it all mixed up and incorporated. hands clean. And we can go ahead and start forming our patties. All right. Okay, now I see why this step is so essential. Because that batter stuck to my hands like glue. And we want to take 1/3 cup and we want to oil the cup. So we're gonna oil the cup. And we want to also oil our hands. So I get that excess out of the cup. Get them good and oily. And then we're going to form our patties. I don't need that. So I got this. So good and oil up spoon. We're going to take it. 1/3 cup of that batter. Put it in a hand, and then we want to form our patty like so. But I'm going to have to take probably 2 of those because the bread that I'm working with is pretty big. So that's more like what I'm looking for the size that I have. So form your patty to the size of the bread that you'll be using. That's pretty much what you want to do. So I took two 1/3 scoops for the size of bread that I have. These things are pretty. I know that. That sweet potato looking pretty, right? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the remainder of the patties formed and we'll be ready to fry them up. Okay, we have our patties all formed out. This is what it made for me. Got 4 very large patties and 1 small patty. Like I said, my bread is big, so just make your patties according to the size of your bread. Now we can go ahead and get some fried up. Okay, we have our pan heated up. It's on low. And we're gonna add about 3 tablespoons of oil. I'm going to use some avocado oil for this. I figure I should have some fancy oil for these. So about 3 tablespoons. Got that fine oil for special occasions. We're gonna cook on low for 7 to 8 minutes on each side. So slow and easy, slow and steady wins the race. So I bagged up the remaining of the patties. It was not stated if we can freeze these or not, but I'm going to have to freeze them because I can't eat them all in one day. But I'm assuming fresh will definitely be best with this. I think we're ready for our flip. I hope we're ready for it. Let's see. I think we could have went a little longer. Hers were more darker. Well, they actually looked like they were Cajun. So to go. Another 7-8 minutes. Looking for a little bit more color on this thing. Might need to, it's been 8 minutes, so I might just need to turn it up a little bit more since we done had that slow cook. And just give it a little bit more heat. I want a little bit more color on it. There we go. That's the color I'm looking for. There we go. You see that? Yeah, that's the color I'm looking for. Right there. Right there. So we had to actually turn it up to, what is that, like a medium low? Get that color. But I do believe it definitely needed that slow cook, definitely for the size of patty that I have. But hers were smaller, but she still did a slow cook. So we're just doing this to get that color. And we'll be ready to plate this sweet potato burger. Make us a little bit of, or make me a little spread to go on the bread. And the spread that we're making is just will be with the vegan mayonnaise and some jalapeno peppers. I'm dicing up some jalapeno peppers, and I'll be adding that to the vegan mayonnaise, and that'll be our spread for our burger. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. That is the color. We want that char. We want that crisp. Yes. So I have 2 tablespoons of vegan mayonnaise. We have that diced jalapeno pepper, and we're just going to mix that together. And this is the spread we'll be using for this. All right. I'm going to take it right off the pot, put it right on the bread. Turn that off and let's get that thing plated. All right, we're ready to get it plated. I have some sandwich thins. That's my bread here. It's pretty wide but pretty thin. This is what I'm using. Sandwich thins. This is the whole wheat. All right. We have our spread. It's just vegan mayonnaise and jalapeno peppers. And we're going to get that on here. Followed by some romaine lettuce. Let's get some good little pieces of that to go on here. We got some romaine. Like that. I think I'm gonna put some of this on the top of my bread as well. Gets a little bit of box. All right. And we got our lettuce. We're gonna go ahead and get our burger. Put that on there. I don't know, that thing looking mighty right. That's what I do know. Let's see. Let's get that thing plated right, because we want it to be pretty, of course. Got that crisp on it. That's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. I'm gonna put a little bit of red onion. Top it with a little bit of red. A little bit of red. All right, that's how we do. That's how we do. That's how we do. All right, so we'll just bring you on in, because you know we have to get our pictures. So this is what that sweet potato burger is looking like. That thing look mighty right. That's what I say. Looks mighty right. All right. We might as well go ahead and put that top on while we're here. Yeah. All right. Let's get this thing tasted. We're gonna give it a cut. Let's get a cut. Ooh, you hear that, Chris? See. All right, there we go. Ooh. That little bit I got on that knife. Oh, this good. I'm gonna bring you back in because you know we got get that inner cut. You just get that inner cut. All right, that's what that inner cut looking like. Sweet potato burger. Bam, looking very nice, very delicious. I must say. Must say. Okay, let's get this thing tasted. Hmm. This is pretty delicious, I must say. Ooh, this is good. I guess a savory sweet potato. You got to taste sweetness at the same time. It's like sweet and savory at the same time. Oh, I think this is the best veggie burger yet. Mmm, this is good. Well, this was a success.